Hey guys, welcome back to Real Raw and Uncensored. So on the screen, you're looking at Ronnell Burns and Keianna Burns. They were a couple from St. Louis, Missouri, who ultimately relocated to Atlanta, Georgia. They owned a beauty shop called Critique Designs. It was a beauty and barber salon in St. Louis. And then Ronnell Burns became an insurance agent for a company named Primerica, and he ultimately brought his wife Keianna on as well. Together they became six-figure earners. They became a powerhouse, and they also brought other couples and other agents in underneath them. And they also made lots of money for Keianna and Ronnell because they got a commission off of any policies that the agents underneath them would bring in. Unfortunately, it all ended tragically when Keianna ended her life and then ended her husband's life as well in a murder-suicide. And unfortunately, on the outside looking in, they had it all. Why am I talking about this couple? Unfortunately, they're gone, but we have Robert Hampton and Briana Hampton. No, it's not Keianna and Ronnell, but this couple has similarities. Ronnell introduced Keianna to the insurance world, just like Robert introduced Briana to the whole social media world. So Robert Hampton, goes by La Truth. His rap name is La Truth. He's an underground rapper. He's an entertainer, and he's also the husband to Briana Hampton, aka Mrs. La Truth. The La Truths have been on social media. I saw them first on Facebook doing skits. They would do skits such as "The side chick is pregnant," "Your car has been spray painted," things like that. They live down in Alpharetta, Georgia. Robert Hampton, aka Mr. La Truth, is also the brother to Kevin Wesley. Kevin Wesley is a social media influencer. He is known for his polygamy relationship with his two wives, and they also share relationship advice via those social media platforms. So unfortunately, a whole domestic violence fiasco has taken place, and unfortunately we have seen this unfold between this couple. So it kind of started where a disagreement unfolded on with them. Basically, Briana was trying to take one of his devices, go through it, look at something for whatever reason, and he was not going for it. At the end of the day, the fact that it's gotten this far, it's dangerous. It has reached a dangerous point. Briana is on social media sharing text messages with LaTruth's daughter, Desharia, and sharing the messages that her and Desharia exchanged back and forth, of Desharia basically saying, well, my dad said that he was going to come and kill you and your children and then himself. So that's why I'm going home. I don't feel comfortable. I'm no longer safe. That's not for social media. It's like you're trying to bring this man down so bad, drag him low to his knees. And what you're actually doing is causing a big storm. You do not understand the dangers that you are lurking around and the danger that you are playing with. A lot of people feel like, hey, he might end up hurting you. He may end up doing this to you. Hey, I feel like they need to watch you. Who's to say this man won't come to pick up his baby one day? Because you guys do share Princess Amora, or whatever the little girl name is. You guys do share the cute little girl, and it's his right as a father to come and get his child. And who's to say that you won't be the one to hurt him? Who's to say that the same scenario that we saw with Ronnell Burns and Keianna Burns won't happen with you? You are the type of young lady that you are seeking validation. Joe T got on La Truth, and Briana, I'ma get on you. You need that. Comedian Jazzy T, or whatever her name is, she said she been to your home. She stated that he never interacted with the children. She had all of these things to say, and how you were such a good girl. But at the end of the day, low vibrational women attract low vibrational men, and vice versa. You're a beautiful girl. I'm not a hater. I give credit where it's due, but I also believe in accountability. I shared the clip of you saying for the last 6 years you haven't looked any man in his eye. You haven't looked no man in his face. Baby, should nobody have that much control over you but God? If it ain't God, should no man have that much control over you? Love him to death. But that's too much power and control. His brother, you don't look at his brother and that's family. So the fact that you endured that type of insecurity and mental and psychological abuse, that really gives us a telltale sign to who you really are. And then you wrote the self-love is the best love and all that, but you're not even practicing what you preach. This is why you have to be careful for these social media influencers, guys, because we're on the outside looking in. And Briana, it's all out of love. But the fact that you on here exploiting the Sharia, you're out of line. We get it. If the relationship is over, let it be over. We understand all of that. We get it. But the more you go on and on and on and on with all these different scenarios, like you said, it makes the situation worse. And it doesn't make you look any better. It actually shows us what people are willing to do to get the life and to live the social media life and to trick their followers and to get the money. They're willing to do anything. And it just shows us that. And I don't care who get in my comments and say you a pick me and you a this, because I ain't no damn pick me. I'm a real ass person. And I call it how I see it, and it is what it is. Briana, you are poking the bear. You want to drag this man down so bad, and this is not going to end well if you guys don't stop.
He was mad because I wanted to go to the mall with my friends. He said that you don't need friends. The only thing that you need to do is go to school and have friends there and not go out. I'm a teenager. Every teenager probably goes out. And at the time, someone else thought that my friend was like a 20-year-old. And I said that he wasn't my dad because no person that would drag me like that to put my hand on me to call him my dad. And no, I was scared. I was so scared. I'm still scared to this day because I can't look that man in his eye. He makes me so scared. And everything that he probably did, everything that he probably said to me, saying all these lies to me, I probably did believe it because he's a liar. He's a liar. And like Briana came running to that door and she was getting him off of me, and I had to protect myself by hitting him back because he would not stop hitting me when I was saying stop. And I was over here bleeding. And Briana was the only person that was over here comforting me. He didn't say sorry or nothing. He just went out that room and said, it's your fault. What's my fault? Every single time I was around my dad, I just felt this type of sadness that just came upon me. And I just didn't want to I did not want to be near him. I did not. No. At that time, I'm still scared of him. And he didn't text me or nothing today. He haven't texted me ever since the whole situation happened. He did not call or text. And then he's posting an old video of us saying that I miss you. That if you miss me, why wouldn't you text me or call me? Even when I was living here, he did not text or call at all. When did he do that to me? This was probably like a month ago. Like recent. And everything I saw so far, I believe Briana. I believe everything that my mama and Briana, I believe everything that was said. And I'm not going against my dad. It's no joke. And I don't remember that either. And the lie detector test that he said that he took, it was a lie. Like, he took it, but it was a fake lie detector test because he showed it to me one day and then quickly moved the phone. So it had to be a lie. He never posted his test. Posted his test. Briana posted her whole test and it came back true. And I just recently saw him in a new car, in a new suit. But you don't want to come and text your daughter. But you're worried about getting your views back up and your likes back up. If he apologized, then I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how I feel. Because he said a lot of things that really hurt me. Like, one day I came to the house and he just said, "You disappoint me." I was hurt and I went up crying to my room because I felt like, what more can I make you? What more can I make you like? How can I make you proud of me? And it just hurts to hear that word. Oh, you disappoint me. What else can I do? Because you already put me on social media with the whole singing thing. He gets views because of that. He gets views off of me. And then hearing that he gets views off of me hurts me because he's just using me. And I don't want to be used at all.
And that is what Desharia had to say about her father and what happened with her and Mr. LaTruth. Hey, I'm not going to hold you, Desharia, but the fact that got me was when you said you hit him back. You hit him with the microphone. You hit him. I think that's a bit much. Very toxic. Very, very toxic. You put your hands on your dad and that stemmed from you wanting to go to the mall? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. A disobedient child, their days shall be shorter. And if he told you couldn't go to the mall, guess what? You couldn't go to the mall. This is why it's important to allow these children to form their own decision of their parent. She's basically saying she's afraid of him. And maybe he did whoop her. And maybe she was bleeding. That's unacceptable, Robert. If you did that, that's completely unacceptable. But then you have her mom on social media. She's giving her account. And take a listen.
And yes, he did beat on me. My oldest daughter, that's 19 years old, but she was 6 years old at the time, can verify that this man pulled a gun out on me when she was 6 in front of her and told me to shut the F up and quit talking. And I could text my daughter now and she will tell you, do you remember that? And she will tell you, this man whooped me with belts before and when I was pregnant with Desharia. This man had threw plates in my face. Whenever time he get angry, tell me to shut the F up like always. Let me see. He had drug me across the floor, had made me get carpet burn. Let me see. Sold my car, when we was together, sold my car for $100 because his got repoed. He needed me then. He sold my car for $100. It's so much. He like dating younger people, younger women, so he can get over on them, have control over them, being a narcissist over them, and stuff like that. He know women his age ain't gonna tolerate the bullshit. Sorry, my language. The bullshit that comes along with him. He 41 years old and he's so stuck in his childhood moment because of mommy's issues that's something he needs to deal with. He think every woman he meet that they supposed to deal with it. I was in denial and go along with him all them 10 years. The last 2 years of the 10 years of 8 years was horrible. Like, it was awful. Awful arguing all the time in front of the kids, hit me in front of the kids, just cheating, everything. So, Latoya, before you come for facts and think you know what you talking about, Manny Man, aka Manny Man, I'm not about to argue with somebody that look like a man with a wig. I'm not about to argue. You're not even worth my argument. As far as you saying that my daughter, I paid Briana for my daughter. First of all, my daughter, let me explain to you. You talking about, I'm going to answer all your questions since you want, Manny Man want to get on here and talk some stuff. I didn't send my daughter down there, and my daughter was wanting to go down there where her dad at. And the reason being, she didn't know who her dad was at the moment, and she see who he was, see who he is now. That's why she don't want to live with him. She wants to live with Briana.
So that was Desharia's mother speaking about her previous relationship with La Truth. There's so much to digest and break down with just what the mother had to say. But the few things that I wanted to touch on is, lady, why would you stay with a man that's whooping you with a belt? Number one. Number two is, I'm not sure what Desharia was doing or what she was allowed to do, but Desharia is like about 15 or maybe 14, somewhere in that neighborhood. And she has a nose ring. I don't know if it's real or not, but she has a nose ring. I have a 14-year-old, and tattoos and piercings is just, you need to be of age. That's just my opinion. So moving on, it does seem like you are a little bit grown. I'm not sure. And then your mother is not making it any better because she seems to be on the internet talking about things that she shouldn't even be on the internet even speaking on. That is not okay for you to be on the internet dragging this man who is your child's father, and you're on the internet saying he used to tell you to shut the F up and like always, and whoop you with a belt. You can call your oldest daughter, she's 19 years old, and all of that. It's like, lady, get off the damn internet. Desharia needs some help as well. Get that child into counseling. She probably did get a whooping. I don't suggest you beating your baby until she's bleeding. But I do believe that kids should be disciplined. However it's going to work, because guess what? If you don't get a hold of them, the system will, and you would rather get them before they get them. You know, so you couldn't go to the mall, you got a nose piercing, you done swung off on your dad, your mama on the internet. This is toxic. Her environment is one of the main causes to her poor behavior and her acting out. I'm not saying going to the mall is bad. Yeah, go to the mall. But then when he don't allow it, you just break out screaming, take me home, take me home. It's out of control. It is. They need to get off the internet. The mama, La Truth, Briana, everybody needs to get off the internet. Especially the kids. Desharia especially. It's out of control. But listen to what Joe T had to say about the whole situation. It's a rap that he put together, and I was feeling that rap. Check it out.
So boom, the truth. She outside. But on a more serious note, about a week and a half ago, all of a sudden, this man jumped in my comment section on Facebook. Then he started sharing my stuff on his Facebook. Then he jumped in the comment section of this video called It Be Your Own People. I said, no, he didn't. I need to go ahead and drop a video called It'll Be Your Own Husband. So it started getting interesting. I said, let me look a little bit more into who these people are. As y'all can see, I was looking at her, she was looking at me, we were looking at each other. And I started to get a little inspired. And at the same time, I started to get discouraged because I watched something that was so real and genuine get tainted and perverted, all because of social media. So then I seen old girl jump in my comment section. I got a little excited. And then people started hitting me up and said, hey, you know old girl don't put you on her story on IG and Facebook. I said, oh. So I went and took a look. They said, yeah, she was on live. She played the video. Then I started thinking, did little old Joe T, Mr. OK So Boom himself, strike up a conversation in their home? So I jumped in his comment section after he made this post last night. And I told him, I'm on your head in the morning because this was a disrespectful video. And I know my guy like to make music, so I put together a couple of bars. Maybe if I paint this picture, he'll be able to see it.
That girl was so loyal. How you do that on the internet, homie? The black queen not expendable, homie. Nah, and you want everything on camera. We see the bag done blinded you. The most high healed your cancer. You on the internet denying it. No, I'm not dragging you, but you just prideful. You married supporting polygamy. Your children need you, but you just childish. Domestic violence, it ain't funny. You make excuses all about the money. Her daddy was there. You mentioned the tote. Her finger was broke. The children involved to you. You ain't did nothing at all. Did you hear what she said? That you not genuine when you apologize. You turn up and you do it again. She shedded a tear. Shut off that camera that day that y'all was sitting down on them stairs. Went out to eat. She looking broke as you all in the camera. So you didn't notice your marriage in shambles and you just posting and posting and posting and posting and posting. And posting and posting and posting.
And that was Mr. OK So Boom, aka Joe T. Baker. I think he kind of summed it up pretty well, and plus the rap was pretty catchy. That goes for both of them because they both keep posting and posting and posting and posting and posting. So they need to get off the internet. I understand that it's a big fiasco, but they are both making it a bigger deal. Let's break it down for Mr. La Truth. I got on Briana. La Truth, I got to talk to you as well. Let me talk about the fact when you guys were on the stairs and how you made it your business to say if your daughter ever ran out and felt like she was being abused, what you would say and how you would do, and you putting hands on the little dude. La Truth, you're being very disrespectful, and you only behaving that way because her dad is 70 some odd years old. If her dad was a little bit younger and a little more in shape, I don't think you would be talking that reckless and behaving so disrespectfully. Then she has you on recording calling her all type of names while her dad is in the house. You really need to go and get help. Everybody is not lying on you. Everybody is not making things up. Everybody is not just trying to drag you down and ruin your career because they out to get you. It's time for you to take responsibility and accountability. We understand that you lost your mother at a young age. We understand that you didn't get the love and the nurturing that you should have had and that all children deserve. We understand all of that. But at some point, you have to let that go. Channel that energy into your music, into your entertainment career. But as far as dragging that on and on and on, that's not going to work for you. And you need to know exactly who you are and kind of get an insight of what you are here to do. Because you're a beautiful girl and you can do great things. La Truth, you can do great things as well. You guys have done great things. I wasn't the biggest fan of you guys' the skits that you guys used to do, but ultimately you guys have the power to inspire millions of people like you guys already have. Just stop before it gets any worse than what it already has. Just let it go. I want to break down this video of La Truth and what he's saying about her dad and all of that.
What would you expect to happen?
I expect both of y'all to die. Because after my daddy found out I was live, he was like, dang, I didn't even know I was live. Man, they see me like that. He didn't even know he was live. He was on live.
Let me say this, because I have a child myself, obviously, my older daughter, and if that's the situation, and she comes downstairs saying abuse is real and this and that, you gotta, yeah, you said abuse is real, yeah, you said abuse is real. So if my daughter, yeah, but it was not that. It was never any of that. So if my daughter is doing that and I come downstairs and I hear that, what do you think I'm gonna do? Like I'm probably gonna put hands on that man. Like ain't no problem. Y'all hear me to the camera. If I'm in the house and this happens to with my little girl and there's a dude up there and he supposedly did all these different things, I'm putting hands on that man. At the bottom of the steps, yelling. It's a difference. Like, it's a total difference. Like, some people,
if you 7 years
that
old, you ain't gonna be touching nobody.
No,
You're
that
gonna be
could
having a heart attack.
No, I would not.
Yes, you
No, I would not.
will.
I
Even
take
now,
care of
you
myself.
like, when the kids get older, don't send me something. I don't know how
I
to be able
say-
to discipline them.
I
I'm
say
being
that.
tired and out of breath.
I say those things.
Okay.
I say those things, but when you're in that moment and it's your child, it's different. Me and your dad are totally different people when it comes to that situation. I wouldn't have stood at the bottom of the stairs. It would have been something. And you don't know what he's capable of. What if he had a gun on?
Hey, La Truth, I need you to step on in real quick because what you're doing is very disrespectful. You're basically saying her dad is a coward and a PUSSY. Unacceptable. And I just want to say shout out to my dad. He's very humble, very laid back, very understanding and relatable. He's going to rap with you and get on your level and talk with you. Y'all going to have a really intuitive conversation, but he's a no nonsense type of guy. And I'm sure her dad is a great man, but unfortunately, sometimes when you're dealing with a man like LaTruth, you need a brother. You need somebody who can kind of make sure this guy stays in line. And honestly, me personally, I would just avoid guys like that all in general, altogether. That's just me. But it's very unacceptable how you slid that in kind of slickly. Hey, if I had a daughter, this is what I would do. You're being unfair because, first of all, Desharia then already went upside your head with a microphone, and she's a teenager. She's putting hands on you. She's not even afraid of you. So I can imagine the type of guy that she might be interested in and that she may bring home to meet her father. It's easier said than done. Like she just said in this video, it's easy for you to say what you would do and how you would handle it. But at the same time, Desharia then went upside your noggin and, hey, it's power in the tongue. Be careful what you're speaking into existence because you may actually have to have that battle on your hands one day. And your daughter may not have your back. She may not be on your side. So I would tread lightly. At the end of the day, treat people how you want to be treated. You done beat cancer. You doing a whole lot. You need to humble yourself. You really should humble yourself. Take a listen to this clip when she talks about how he doesn't even watch the children.
Working. I had my own office in Charlotte. I was working. You should be transparent, man.
I am being transparent. You don't remember
you gotta
Charlotte? You
go
don't remember
there.
Best Buy? You don't remember none of that? You don't remember none of that? You don't remember nothing? You don't remember?
Best Buy.
Yes, you don't remember none of that?
You had someone there to watch the kids.
No,
remember?
before that, you get it. You
No,
said,
it wasn't.
that's not my job.
It wasn't before that. From the whole time that lady, your friend moved in. I let your friend move. Okay, that's what
But
we
before
was doing.
then, you said
It's
you
not
wanted
no
to do
before
that.
then because when we first moved there, your friend came and moved in. That was her job. Yes, she did. You was not working at Best Buy then. You got the job. She moved in. She got. I'm always gonna keep it 100. You know that. But yeah, you got to.
So, in my honest opinion, Briana, you just said for yourself that he used to tell you, that's not my job or that's not my responsibility, whatever, something to that nature. And then you still went on to, I guess, continue to be with him or whatever. You should ask yourself, because you did enter the relationship with 3 children. The one youngest is the only one that belongs to Robert Hampton. So is it not his job because those aren't his children? Like, that is what should make your mind wander and really do some evaluating way back then. But obviously it's a little too late for that. You guys already shared this one baby. But when you meet a man that's not willing to babysit or feels like that's not his job, he's not a team player. Either he's not a team player or he's scared that he maybe gonna touch somebody. Can't keep his hands in his stuff to himself because at the end of the day, it's a team effort. And I feel the same way as well for like a single dad. It's the same way for women who don't want to almost foster these children and love those children as if they were your own. You should stay away from a man who is a full-time dad, who is raising their children solely alone, consistently by themselves. You shouldn't, even if they have a baby mom who they are co-parenting with, if you don't want to step up and be like a stepmom or even just a role model, because some people don't need you to be a stepmom, stepdad, any of that, but you're still going to have to be a role model and play some sort of significant role in this child's life. And this lady is like Briana's godmom who has spent time in their home. She had something to say. Let's just check her out.
Trash can running over, bags of trash in the garage. This man walks over the trash. I had to take the trash out. This man don't sweep, mop, he don't do nothing. All he do is roam the streets. Every day I was there. He come in and out about 10 times a day. In and out. And every time he leave, I'm gone, Briana. I call you, Briana. 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 I was there 4 days. And not one time did he interact with those kids. The last day that I was there is when he took 2 of them to Walmart. Not one time did he make sure they eat. Not one time did he make sure they do their homework. Not one time did he ask about school. Not one time. I was there for 4 days. I've been holding this shit in for almost a year because of
Part 2 coming up next.